How's it going, knife nuts? And welcome to a quick break review. And today we're going to take a look at the Rock Apex from my friends at HX Outdoors. I will leave a link in the description below. You're looking at a full Tang construction with a badass pommel. This is a titanium nitride coated fixed blade. Overall length is 8.9 inches. Blade length is 3.8. Comparison, here it is next to the TKL Accomplice. You can see it's a bit larger than the Accomplice, but they both have about the same depth of blade. When it came out of the box, the first two things that jumped out at me were these handles and the ergos. A lot of thought went into this handle design. The G10 gives you a really comfortable purchase with absolutely no hot spots anywhere. Even the spine is well done and the handles are mounted well enough that there's no portion of the Tang sticking up catching skin. Overall, just for handle design, this thing gets high marks. So let's move on to the steel. The steel is DC53. Gonna be honest with you, I'm a bit of a steel nerd, but not familiar at all with DC53. The skinny on DC53 is that it is a cold die tool steel coming in at 58 to 60 HRC. DC53 is also similar in toughness, wear resistance, and stability to D2. And is generally considered in the same family as D2. This one needed a little bit more work on the stone when it came out of the box, but overall, pretty damn sharp. One of its advantages is that it is considered much easier to machine than D2. Making it preferred for tool steels and knife steels. Also much easier to sharpen. It comes with this Kydex sheath, and I gotta be honest with you, when I saw the strap, very first thing I thought was, it's gotta have some wiggle in the sheath. To tell you the truth, it locks up solid. I'm not hearing any real wiggle in this thing. I would have preferred if they had put in more of an extended ramp for when you're deploying the knife. Despite some little personal tweaks I might make to it, overall the sheath, just like the knife, is very thoughtfully created. It's got this little extra compartment up front to house a ferrule rod and a handled ferrule rod to make striking easier. So what do we think of the HX Outdoors Rock Apex? Personally, overall, if you're looking for a solid tactical / bushcrafting knife for under $100, this is a solid choice. The ergos alone make it feel great. It's going to feel comfortable in your hand. The steel, that remains to be seen. I plan on doing a much more expanded hard use video on it so we can kind of put the steel through its paces. I can sharpen it and strop it and see how it responds to that, how easy it is to sharpen. As I said, DC53 is supposed to be easier to machine, so theoretically easier to sharpen, but that remains to be seen. So knife nuts, I want to thank you a lot for joining me for another quick break review. I'll put a link in the outdoors for HX Outdoors and the Rock Apex, and stay tuned for the hard use review of the Rock Apex. Have a great day, guys. Stay sharp.